My wife said plenty of men want me, so I left and let them have her. But later, she started calling and begging to reconcile. We'd been together since our early 20s. I was running my own landscaping business, working 60-hour weeks to build something real. Emma worked in marketing, and for years, everything seemed fine. Then her cousin Vanessa moved to our city. Vanessa was constantly partying, always posting thirst traps on Instagram, had guys buying her drinks every weekend. Within weeks of them hanging out, I started noticing changes. Emma began dressing differently, more revealing clothes she'd never worn before. Her Instagram transformed overnight with posed photos and mysterious captions. She started going out 3 to 4 nights a week. Girls' night, work happy hour, team building dinner. Always had an excuse, always came home late. I'd try to plan date nights, bring home her favorite takeout, pick up flowers. She barely noticed. One night I landed the biggest contract of my career, a commercial office park that could transform my company. When I told her, she didn't even look up from her phone. "That's nice, babe," she said, scrolling through Instagram. The night everything changed, she was getting ready to go out again. Tight red dress, heels, full makeup for drinks with Vanessa. "Damn, where's the fire?" I joked. She did a little spin. "Like it? Maybe I'm just realizing I don't have to dress boring anymore. Vanessa says I should show off what I've got." That's when she smirked and said it. "Well, she's not wrong. You're pretty lucky, Ryan. Plenty of men would kill to have a wife who looks like this." I started pulling back after that. Stopped trying so hard. Stopped suggesting date nights. I wanted to see if she'd notice. She didn't. Then I saw a text on her phone from Vanessa. "Delete your texts with David. R might see." I started documenting everything. Her location not matching where she claimed to be. Instagram stories from bars when she said she was at work conferences. Unexplained charges on our joint credit card. One night she said she needed to grab winter clothes from our storage unit. 3 hours later, still not home. I drove there and saw her walking out with some guy. Tall, expensive watch, fancy jacket. He pulled her close and kissed her. Not a friendly peck. The kind of kiss that told me everything. When she came home with her cover story and a box of winter clothes as proof, I just nodded. Let her lie to my face one more time. The next morning, I called a divorce lawyer. Separated all our finances by noon. A week later, I finally confronted her. She didn't even try to deny it for long. "Fine, yes, I've been seeing other people. Several, actually," she said, suddenly cold. "Vanessa helped me realize I've been wasting my youth tied down to one person. Do you know how many men would kill to be with me?" She kept going. "I've been seeing guys who make twice what you do. Guys who don't bore me to death. I'm done living by your boring rules. Does Vanessa tell you that?" I asked quietly. "That you're missing out? That men are lining up for you?" "Vanessa understands me," she snapped. "She knows what it's like to be desired, to have options." Everything inside me went quiet. "Whatever," she said, rolling her eyes. "What are you going to do? Divorce me? Go ahead. Like I said, I'll have a new man tomorrow." I grabbed my pre-packed bag and headed for the door. "Where are you going?" she demanded. Real panic in her voice. I paused without turning around. "You said plenty of men would kill to have you. Good luck finding one who actually puts up with you." The divorce moved fast. I let her keep most of our stuff. After it was finalized, I did something petty. I started casually seeing Vanessa for a month, not because I was interested, but because I wanted Emma to know exactly how replaceable she actually was. We'd get breakfast at Emma's favorite Saturday spot, post pictures on Instagram. After a month, when Emma got the message, I ended it. "You're exactly like Emma," I told Vanessa. "Shallow, self-centered, obsessed with what other people think." Shortly after, I met Allison, a landscape architect who was everything Emma wasn't. Confident without being arrogant, beautiful without needing constant validation. 6 months later, Emma showed up at my door on her knees, literally begging. I made the biggest mistake of my life. I've lost everything. My job, my friends. Vanessa doesn't even talk to me anymore. Before I could respond, Allison came to the door. Emma's face when she realized I'd moved someone in was priceless. "You can't just replace a decade-long relationship in a couple months," Emma shouted. "Apparently I can," I said. "You were wrong about one thing, Emma. I wasn't the replaceable one. You were." I proposed to Allison 3 months later. My girlfriend said, "You don't get to know what happens on this trip. That's why I'm blocking you until I get back, so don't annoy me." I didn't react. But when she came back smiling, expecting me, she wasn't ready for who stood there instead. I'm a private investigator. When my girlfriend Lana announced her Vegas girls trip with friends I never trusted, I wasn't thrilled. Then, days before leaving, I casually asked which hotel they'd be staying at. She whipped around like I'd asked for state secrets. "That's none of your business. It's a girls trip. You're not part of it, and I don't want you knowing where I am or what I'm doing." Then came the kicker. "You don't get to know what happens on this trip, period. That's why I'm blocking you until I get back so you don't annoy me." Blocked. Full communication blackout, like I was some stalker. In my line of work, when people throw up walls, you don't beat your head against them. You go around. So I didn't argue. I just nodded. "Okay, have a great time." Her face flickered. She wanted me to explode so she could play victim. Instead, I left her with nothing. The next morning, I dropped her at her friend Kara's house. Before leaving, she kissed me quick. "Don't miss me too much." I smiled. "I won't." I didn't drive home to sulk. I drove straight to my office. The boyfriend clocked out. The investigator clocked in. Kara's Instagram showed them in a driveway next to an SUV. I zoomed in, caught the plate, ran it through my database. The vehicle belonged to William Cole, senior partner at a major investment firm. Wife, 2 kids, the whole respectable package. Interesting, considering Lana said they were flying budget airlines. I pulled flight manifests for every commercial flight to Vegas that morning. No Lana, no Kara, no friends listed anywhere. But a private jet owned by William Cole's firm had filed a flight plan at the exact time their budget flight was supposedly taking off. Over the next few days, her friends documented everything. Maddie posted poolside photos where I could zoom in on reflections showing men at their cabana. Videos from nightclubs showed Kara leaning into someone who wasn't her ex-husband. Chloe posted a dinner photo with a painting I traced to a Wynn High Roller Suite. Rooms you don't book on Expedia. I called in a Vegas contact. William Cole was hosting clients that week in a suite with 4 female guests listed. One was Lana, but the detail that stung came from audio in one of Maddie's videos. I cleaned it up, ran voice recognition. The man laughing with Lana wasn't just anyone. It was Randy, her ex-fiancé. The same guy she swore was a cheating loser she wanted nothing to do with. Private jet, married executive suite, 3 girlfriends running cover, and the ex she claimed was ancient history, not just cheating, a full circus. I built a file for William Cole's wife Catherine, flight logs, timestamps, suite photos, sent it anonymously to a divorce lawyer. I contacted Randy's girlfriend Krista. A teacher told he was at a wellness retreat, sent her the evidence. After the crying came cold anger. I made the offer. Lana's expecting me at the airport. You should be there instead. She didn't hesitate. I hired a contractor to stream everything live and positioned a process server with paperwork, eviction notice, and restraining order. Sunday afternoon, Lana walked out of arrivals smiling, phone in hand, scanning for me. Instead, she saw Krista holding a poster-sized photo, Lana and Randy at a blackjack table, his arm around her, both laughing. Lana froze mid-step. Her friends saw the photo and went silent. Krista's voice cut through. Funny, Randy didn't fly home with you. He's busy explaining this picture to me. Phones came out. Strangers recorded everything. Before Lana could speak, the process server stepped forward. Lana, he said loud enough for everyone to hear. You've been served. He handed her the packet. Restraining order, 30-day eviction notice. She dropped her bags and started sobbing. Not from pain, but pure humiliation. Her friends? Kara grabbed her suitcase and bolted. Maddie texted for an Uber. Chloe disappeared into the crowd. Lana thought blocking me gave her space for a double life. What it really did was give me room to build the wall she'd never climb over again. Nothing to be thankful for in bed. My wife mocked me at Thanksgiving, so I gave her a real shock. I'm a prosecutor at the district attorney's office. I'd spent 8 years climbing from misdemeanors to serious felonies, working 60-hour weeks while my wife Sarah built her marketing career. I used to play college football, had pro scouts looking at me until I blew out my knee. But office life and a toxic marriage had worn me down. I'd gained 40 pounds and lost all my confidence. Sarah's family always treated me like an outsider. Her dad's a doctor, her brother's an investment banker. Their Thanksgiving was this formal affair where everyone pretended to be perfect. I was talking with her brother about state law when Sarah's voice cut through the room. Oh, come on, you guys should be thankful. At least you have something exciting going on. I can't say the same for what happens in our bedroom. Complete silence. Then awkward laughter. Her parents said nothing. I forced a smile and took a long drink, pretending it didn't destroy me inside. But something snapped that night, not dramatically, just a quiet realization that I wouldn't live like this anymore. The next morning at 5 a.m., I grabbed my dusty gym bag and headed to my old college teammate Derek's boxing gym. I hadn't seen him in 2 years because Sarah thought he was a bad influence. Thought you died or your wife put you on house arrest, he said. Something like that. Got time to help a has-been get back in shape? That first week was hell. My body screamed with every movement, but I kept showing up. 5 a.m. before work, then again after. I cut out all the garbage food and started meal prepping. Sarah noticed but didn't comment at first, just watched me with this confused look. What are you doing? She finally asked on the third Sunday. Making my lunches for the week. Since when do you cook? Since now. After 6 weeks, I was down 25 pounds of fat and had put on serious muscle. More importantly, I felt like my old self again, confident, focused, in control. I found myself speaking up more at work, challenging senior attorneys. Sarah's behavior shifted dramatically. She started texting me constantly, dressing sexier, suggesting date nights she'd never cared about before. One night, she cooked dinner with candles. I miss you, she said, reaching for my hand. I miss us. I looked at her hand. Once that touch would have sent electricity through me. Now I felt nothing. I'm not sure that's possible. Why not? Because of one stupid joke at Thanksgiving? It wasn't just one joke, Sarah. It was years of little cuts. Years of you putting me down, making me feel like I wasn't good enough. That's not fair. You've tolerated me when I did what you wanted and ridiculed me when I didn't. 3 months after Thanksgiving, I won a major case. The DA took the team out to celebrate, and Sarah showed up uninvited, sliding into the booth next to me. I thought I'd come celebrate with my successful husband, she said. I removed her hand and guided her outside. What is your problem lately? Are you cheating? She asked. I laughed. That's rich coming from you. I'd seen the texts from her friend Ryan, the late work meetings, the new lingerie. We'll talk about this at home. No, we won't. I'm done, Sarah. Done with the marriage. Done with feeling like shit every time I walk through our front door. You can't just be done. We're married. You threw away our marriage a long time ago. I'm just finally admitting it's over. She started crying. You can't do this to me. Not now. Not when I'm up for creative director. Do you know how it will look? Not, I love you, or I'll change, but how will this affect my image? I don't care how it looks. For the first time in years, I feel like myself again, and that self deserves better. 2 weeks later, I filed for divorce. Sarah went into panic mode, showing up unannounced, sending desperate texts at 2 a.m. Her text got pathetic. I can't make the mortgage. My parents won't help me. I lost my job. I only responded about divorce logistics. The last time I saw her was at the proceeding. She looked terrible. Dark circles, unhealthy weight loss. Jake, please. I have nothing left. Like you helped me when I was down. Like you built me up instead of tearing me down for laughs. What more do you want me to say? Nothing. I don't want anything from you at all. Today I'm a senior prosecutor, dating someone who actually respects me, and I competed in my first boxing match in 10 years last month. My wife said, you're sleeping on the couch until you apologize for something you didn't do. I said, okay. 3 weeks later, I'd converted the guest room into my bachelor pad. Here's the crime that got me banished. I helped our new neighbor Melissa carry a box to her door. That's it. We chatted for maybe 2 minutes about the neighborhood. My wife Diana saw this from our window and went nuclear, accusing me of flirting and practically drooling. When I tried to explain, she hit me with, don't gaslight me, Trevor. I saw what I saw. You're sleeping on the couch until you apologize and admit what you did. I stood there processing the insanity, then said, okay, I'll sleep on the couch until you apologize. She stormed off, probably expecting me to grovel within hours. But I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm not apologizing for helping a neighbor. Night 1 on the couch sucked. My back was killing me by morning. When Diana came down and asked if I was ready to apologize, I said, nope. She huffed and left for work. By night 3, I moved to the guest room. Better than the couch, but still not great. That's when I had a realization. I make decent money as a project manager. I had about $3,000 saved for a new tool set. Time to repurpose those funds. Day 4, ordered a memory foam mattress, queen size, $800. Day 7, hit up Facebook Marketplace, scored a leather recliner for $200, solid wood desk for $150, and a 55-inch TV for $300. Day 10, Amazon Prime became my best friend. Mini fridge, microwave, installed floating floating shelves. Got a nice rug that really tied the room together. Day 14. This is where I might have gotten petty. Bought a PlayStation 5 and a soundbar. Also grabbed blackout curtains because why not? Day 18. LED strips for mood lighting, band posters I'd always wanted to hang, and my favorite purchase, a digital lock for the door, $150. By week 3, I'd spent about $2,800 turning that guest room into my personal sanctuary. Diana hadn't been in there once. She'd knock occasionally, tell me I was being ridiculous, but never actually entered. Then last night, everything came to a head. I was playing Call of Duty with my buddy Rick when Diana tried the door handle. It didn't budge. Trevor, why is this door locked? Privacy. Open this door right now. No thanks, I'm good. Then came the banging. Trevor, open this door immediately. I calmly walked to the door but didn't open it. Diana, you banished me from our bedroom. This is my space now. You're welcome to apologize anytime. I'm not apologizing. I saw what I saw. Open this door. No, that's when she called her mother, putting it on speaker so I could hear. Classic Diana move. She explained how I'd locked myself in the guest room and put an actual lock with a code. Her mom asked what I was being punished for. Diana went quiet, then admitted he helped the neighbor carry a box. Even her mother went silent. Then, Diana, sweetie, maybe you should apologize. I can't believe you're taking his side. She hung up. More banging. Trevor, I'm getting a locksmith. Go ahead. I own this house too. I can put a lock on any interior door I want. Check the law. I'd actually Googled this already. She must have too because she stopped threatening the locksmith. This morning while I was at work, she finally went in. I have a camera in there, legally placed. It's my room now. Her jaw literally dropped. She stood in the doorway for 5 minutes, just staring. Touched the TV, the mini fridge, sat in the recliner. When she noticed the PlayStation, she looked like she was going to cry. When I got home, she was sitting at the kitchen table. No anger this time, just defeat. You really set up a whole apartment in there. It's just a room with a fridge and a microwave and a PlayStation. She was quiet for a long time. You're really not going to apologize? I'm really not going to apologize for something I didn't do. So what? You're just going to live in there forever? Until you apologize for falsely accusing me and banishing me from my own bedroom? Yeah, pretty much. This is ridiculous. It was ridiculous 3 weeks ago when you started it. Now, it's just my new normal. She got up and left. It's 10 p.m. now, and she's in our old bedroom. I'm in my room with takeout, cold beer from my fridge, and honestly, I'm good. Really good. Is this petty? Absolutely. But I'm a grown man who got kicked out of his bedroom for helping a neighbor move a box. If she wants to die on this hill, I'll build a whole damn house on mine.